shy. You gotta let me know. You gotta let me know. You gotta let me know. Ready for a war, got my armor gear. Sharpen your sword cause the time is near. Gotta do it big like Bon Iver. I'm a rock star on a chandelier. Off the wall, see I'm about to go crazy. For the beast, anybody that can tame me.
So I've got some new stuff to try. So I already had this eyeshadow base from Black Radiance in the shade Eye Candy, and I just really like it. I mean, it just, you know, it saves time. Looks like I did something. So I got 3 more shades. This one is called Shut Eye. That's kind of blackish, kind of bronzish, kind of gray. And I've got Naked Eye. This one kind of looks a little bronzy. I thought it was going to be peachy. But at least it's not gold, like yellow gold. That I can handle. This one's called Eyeful. So I think that'll make a good base for like purples and pinks and whatnot. And that one is just kind of my original one. You can use it for lots of different things, but these two I really, really wanted. And they show up the way I wanted. This one I really wanted. It doesn't exactly look the way I thought it was going to, but it'll work. I haven't primed my face yet. I did use my grapeseed oil, but I haven't primed yet because I'm not sure if I have a new primer or not. Because this isn't all like from one order. This is lots of new stuff from like the past, I think, 2 months that I haven't gotten around to going through. I have a pigment transformer from Sleek. It's kind of like one of those mixing media that you can just use to make your like loose powders and stuff into eyeliners or just wet shadows or paints or whatnot. I've got an LA Girl Fine Line Long Lasting Fine Tip Eyeliner in Plum. I think I will use that today, but I don't know what I'm wearing yet. Got 2 new powders. These I got from Shop Miss A, I think a couple months ago. They're both from Zuri. I got the shade Tender Brown and the shade Nuit. They were only $1. Oh, and I got the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop powder in Medium Deep. So I won't be buying any more powders for a long time. I have a 3Delicious Holographic Lip Cream, which I thought was interesting because it looks like other ones I have. This one is from JCat. It's in the shade Solar Eclipse. Looks like this. But then I also have this one from Forever 21 in the shade Bronze Bronze. Okay, Bronze Bronze is not as similar as I thought it was. It's a lot lighter. But I have 2 more that I want to check this one against. Okay, this one is from Ofra. This is in the shade, I think it's Emerald City. Okay, so I guess when swatched, they're not as similar as I thought they were. Which actually makes me happy because I was like, wow, I just keep buying the same things over and over again. But I did not. And I found it. And the last one I have is from Lottie London. It's #Hollow. I guess that's the name of the shade. Okay. Well, it's also duochrome. Well, I guess they all have their different properties, even though that one and that one are pretty close. So anyway, I will wear the new one today. I'll also be trying out sometime in the future a L'Oreal Infallible stick foundation. I usually don't wear stick foundations, but it says it's long wear. It was on clearance at Ulta, so why not? Oh, and then I bought a new concealer. It's a NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop in the shade Deep Walnut. Okay, so I'm going to use the Urban Decay Optical Illusion. This isn't a mattifying primer, it's smoothing and pore perfecting. It's already 1:30 in the afternoon since it's the weekend, so I'm not too worried about the staying power of my foundation today. Just going to an eye appointment. Okay, so I'm going to use one of the eyeshadow primers today. I'm going to use the Naked Eye, which is the bronzy one. Okay, I'm just going to use whatever I think is left on this little seal. It should be more than enough. Okay, it was a little messy, but probably because I used my left hand instead of my right, because I wanted to hold on to that little lid seal thing, but I think that'll work out well. Kind of has a little bit of a brightening. I'm gonna try out this Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer in the shade Deep Walnut 22.7. This was also from an Ulta order quite a ways back, if I remember correctly. Well, I think it's a little deeper than parts of my skin, but also a lot lighter than my discoloration spots. I'm going to go ahead and mix that with something a little bit lighter. This is the AOA Wonder Cover in the shade Suede. I usually use Cocoa to conceal. This was a little bit lighter than Cocoa. Okay, so I think if I blend those out, those two will be fine together. If I miss anything down there, I kind of know. I know I have spots down there, but I can't see down there. And I think that'll work. I'm going to use the Uoma Beauty. Oh, let me set my face, or set my concealer before I do my foundation. I'm currently using the Ben Nye Neutral Set to set my face because even though I have 3 containers of the RCMA No Color Powder to refill my little dish, they're not readily available in my mess. I will find them this weekend, but not now since I'm getting ready to go somewhere. This is the Uoma Beauty in the shade Brown Sugar T4C. And before I conceal, I just want to show that, I stop with my foundation right here. This is darker, that's not foundation, that's just me. And then my neck is getting lighter going up. And so yes, my face is darker than my chest, but that's not just the foundation, that's just how I am. They don't match, I'm not trying to match my chest. I'm going to highlight with my LA Girl in the shade Warm Sand. And for this concealer, I like to use my brush. Set with my pretty pink powder if I can find it today. Okay, for eyeshadow to start, I know I've already got my little base on, which is really nice. I mean, it smooths out well. And if I wanted to just give up and not do anything else, I could totally do that with this. So I'm gonna use this Power Up Loose Pigment. This matches my other top that I'll be wearing today. And these blend nicely together. I think those are somewhat even. I'm going to use Maroon Berry, just deepen my crease a little bit. And now I'm going to use Prehistoric Green for my lid. So I'm using my Clean Color eyeshadow seal because, as I said before, I'm going to the eye doctor. And I don't know if they're going to use drops or anything today, but it could get messy and I want my eyeshadow to last. I don't want it to come off on everything, and then I just don't want to leave there looking crazy. I just brushed off some of the Prehistoric Green onto my palette with the shadow seal. Okay, due to my lack of precision, I went over my crease, the web. And this stuff sets up and it's really hard to get off if you don't get it off immediately. So I'm wiping it off my palette so that when I wash it, it will not be too difficult. So I'm going to take it off my brush for the same reason. This is good stuff. Really, really good stuff. Plays for keeps though. And now my brush is somewhat clean. I'm going to see if I can pick up a little bit of that I got on there accident. Yeah, that's good enough. My eyelids are still a little wet, so I'm not gonna finish with them just yet. So I'm waiting for my eyelids to dry. I'm going to use my Ulta Lip Primer and my NYX Lip Liner in the shade Blackberry. My son just opened up the curtains, so that's why the lighting has changed, if you're wondering. The eyelids are pretty much dry. I'm taking my wiped off brush and I'm going into Honey I Do by Coastal Scents. That Honey I Do is always so disappointing. It's like too matte to be in my shimmers, and it's too shimmery to be in my mattes. So it's just lost. So I'm gonna go into Fluorescent by Coastal Scents. And I just wiped off my brush, and now I'm just blending it right around the crease and till about almost the middle. I'm wiping off my brush again, and now I'm actually just cleaning up this edge a little. Well, I really should call it cleaning it. I'm just blurring it. And I'm gonna take a little bit of Forest Eve by Coastal Scents. Put that right on the edge. Now I'm gonna go back and unearth my crease. I was using Maroon Berry by Coastal Scents. Okay, that'll do. I'm going to brush off my bake. Okay, I'm going to go into my Juvia's Place Sahara Volume 1 blush palette like I normally do, and I'm going to go into Zane because it's spring. I'm going to go into Toby, and just right above, almost where my highlight will go. I'm going to go in with my big old fan brush into Abby. For the rest of my contour, I'm going to use my Ben Nye Ebony Powder. Okay, now I've got my regular Ben Nye powder in the shade Nutmeg. Again, I am pressing that in before I blend. I've got powder all over my shirt, even though I have my drape right here. I have problems. Okay, let's see. Now we need my Ben Nye Neutral Set. And again, I press that in before I buff it out. Just helps set everything in place. So now I'm going to use this LA Girl Fine Line eyeliner in the shade Plum. Oh, that's really fine line. Okay, and that's nice. Even though it's plum, it's deep enough that if I couldn't find my black eyeliner, I could use that as coup. Spray with some rose water. And so now we're going to use this 3D-licious holographic lip cream from JCat. Okay, so I didn't get around to trying any of the powders. And I guess I'm pretty much done because my son wants the TV back. And that's about it. I was going to put on some mascara, but I'm going to the eye doctor. I mean, she already has to put up with me. So, yeah, no mascara today.